Okay, good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about endogenetic and exogenic processes of Earth's landform creation process. Now, what is endogenic and what is exogenic process? First of all, endogenic process. Forces that originate from within the Earth due to internal heat and pressure. Okay, these forces are within the Earth. They are primarily constructive, building and elevating the Earth's crust. Okay, key processes: tectonic movements, volcanism, earthquakes, mountain formation. Then exogenic forces, power from without, forces that originate from external agents operating on the Earth's surface. Okay, on the Earth's surface, and on the other hand, within the Earth's surface, within the Earth. Okay, they are primarily destructive. Depends between endogenic and exogenic. They are endogenic are constructive and exogenic are destructive, wearing down and reshaping existing landforms. Okay, key processes: weathering, erosion and deposition, and mass wasting. Now, first of all, tectonic movements. Okay, in our earlier lecture, we have learned about plate tectonics theory. Okay, the Earth's lithosphere is divided into plates that move due to convection currents in the mantle. This movement, explained by the plate tectonics theory, is a primary driver of large-scale landform creation. Okay, there are three types of movement: divergent boundary movement, convergent boundary, and transform boundary. Divergent boundary creates plates move apart. Example: the mid-Atlantic ridge. Convergent boundaries, plate collide. The Himalayas, collision of Indian and Eurasian plates. Then transform boundaries, plates slide past each other. Example: the San Andreas fault. Okay, these are the three types of boundaries in plate tectonics theory. Then folding and faulting. Tectonic forces deform the Earth's crust, leading to the two key processes responsible for mountain formation. Okay, the mountain formation: folding, orogeny, and faulting, epeirogeny. Folding means compression forces cause rock layers to bend and plug, creating vast fold mountains. Okay, this is a diagram of folding. This is a syncline portion and this is anticline portion. Okay, example: the Himalayas, the Alps. Basically, this is formed due to the convergent plate movement, convergent. And on the other hand, faulting basically create from divergent plate boundaries, divergent plate movement. Okay, stress causes rocks to fracture and displace, leading to the formation of block mountains, and reef valley. For example, the Great Reef Valley, the Vosges Mountains. Then volcanism and earthquakes. Another two endogenic forces are volcanism, earthquakes. Okay, volcanism and earthquakes cause magma erupts from the mantle, forming volcanoes. Types: active, dormant, and extinct volcano. Real examples: Mount Vesuvius in Italy, Kilauea, Hawaii. Then earthquake is sudden release of energy due to a movement along a fault. Measurement: the Richter scale. Key effects: ground shaking, tsunamis, landslides. Real world example: 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami, 2015 Nepal earthquake. Okay, and these are another two examples of endogenic forces: volcanism and earthquakes. Then exogenic forces. Exogenic means they creates on the Earth's surface. These forces originate from external agents like wind, water, glacier, and waves. Wave means sea waves, and operate on the Earth's surface. Their work is a three-part process: breaking down rock, transporting material, and depositing it elsewhere. Okay, first of all, weathering, erosion and deposition, and mass wasting. Weathering means the in situ breakdown of rock. Erosion deposition means the transport and accumulation of material or minerals. And mass wasting means the movement of material downslope due to gravity. Okay, this is the mass wasting. Downslope due to gravity. Okay, first of all, weathering. There are three forms of weathering: physical weathering, chemical weathering, and biological weathering. Okay, physical weathering or mechanical weathering: disintegration of rock due to physical stress. Okay, mechanism: temperature changes, expansion and contraction, frost action. For example, cracked rocks in deserts. Chemical weathering: decomposition of rock through chemical reactions. Mechanisms: oxidation, rusting, carbonation, and hydration. Example: limestone caves, karst topography. Then biological weathering: breakdown of rock by living organisms. A mechanism: plant roots growing into cracks, animal burrowing, microbial action. Example: tree roots splitting a boulder. Okay, these are three forms of weathering. Then coming to erosion and deposition. Okay, there are agents, some agents of erosion and depositions. First of all, wind, also known as aeolian, water, fluvial, glacial, sea waves, coastal. Okay, wind erodes, transport and deposits sands, landforms sand dunes, yardangs, Inchelberg, example Thor Desert. Then water curves, channels and transport sediments, landforms V-shaped valleys, canyons and deltas, example Ganges Delta. Then glacial sources, scarce landscapes with immense weight and movement, landforms U-shaped valleys, moraines, example the Himalayas. Then sea waves, coastal, wears away coastlines and deposit sands, landforms cliffs, beaches, sea stacks, example the Konkan coast. Then mass wasting, the movement of rocks, soil and debris downslope, driven primarily by the force of gravity. There are two types of sudden and rapid landslide and rockfall. They are sudden and rapid, characterized by sudden collapse of a slope, example Uttarakhand landslide, recent Uttarakhand landslide. And slow to rapid mud flow and soil creep, involves the movement of saturated soil and debris ranging from gradual, almost imperceptible creep to fast moving flows. Okay. Then there are some difference between exogenic forces and endogenic forces. Okay, first of all, in terms of origin, exogenic forces are external agents like wind, water and glacier. Then endogenic forces are internal process, mantle convection, heat and pressure. Then in terms of nature, they are destructive, break down existing landforms, and endogenic forces are constructive and destructive, maybe creates new landforms and modifies existing ones. Okay, they are constructive and destructive also. New landforms create and they modify existing ones. Then in terms of process type, exogenic forces are gradual and slow, and endogenic forces can be slow, folding, and sudden, can for example earthquakes. Then main agents, water, wind, glacier, waves and gravity. And tectonic forces, magma movement and seismic activity are endogenic forces agents. Then landform created due to exogenic forces, plains, valleys, deltas and sand dunes, beaches are created. And due to endogenic forces, fall mountains, rift valleys, volcanoes, plateaus are created. Now to summarize the whole concept, endogenic forces originate internally and primarily constructive and build a major landforms like mountains, plateaus and volcanoes through tectonic activity. Keywords: plate tectonics, folding, faulting, volcanism and earthquakes. Then exogenic forces originate externally, are primarily destructive and modify landscape through weathering, erosion and deposition. Keywords: weathering, fluvial, glacial, aeolian and mass wasting. And the interplay between exogenic and endogenic forces. The Earth's surface is a product of the continuous interaction between these two forces, that is endogenic and exogenic forces. A balance that influences everything from resource distribution to natural disasters and human civilization. Okay, the Earth's surface is not a static canvas but an ever-evolving sculpture. It is a testament to the colossal power of its internal architects and patience and relentless artistry of its external sculptures. Okay, that's all for today. We have learned in this video endogenic and exogenic forces of landform creation process. Thanks for watching. Thank you.